Fangs, and by the title of this video, you're probably wondering what exactly is Fangs talking about. Well, I got to admit something to you, and I have to admit something to you here today. I was caught cheating. I have been caught cheating. I know! It's terrible! It's freaking terrible! I didn't want to do it. I just felt like I had to do it. I had to do it at the time. It just felt right. Hold on, wait a minute. I feel like you guys are on the wrong end of this. I feel like you guys are thinking something completely different than what I'm talking about. You're probably thinking, but you've only really dated Doobie your entire life. So you've cheated on Doobie? That's not the kind of cheating I'm talking about, guys. Come on, man. I would never. I love Doobie, and I've had 2 boyfriends before him actually, and they cheated on me. But no, I've cheated on an exam. I saw this thing today. It's called 10 Clever Ways for Kids to Cheat on School Tests, and it took me way back. It took me back, and I know I have a lot of viewers that are maybe middle school, maybe high school, and maybe at some point in your lifetime, you yourself have actually been caught cheating on a test, or maybe you've just cheated on a test and you haven't been caught because you're some kind of bad A and you're able to get away with stuff like that. I don't know, but I know that it happens. It for sure happens, and I myself will personally, I'm not gonna act like I'm Mrs. End-all be-all and that I haven't done it in my life, because I have done it. We're gonna go over these different ways that kids are doing it these days because I want to see how it is comparable to when I did it. You guys can let me know if you got any like tips and tricks. Not that I condone it. I don't think cheating is the greatest thing ever, but if you guys have maybe done it and you want to let me know what's going on, cheating is bad. You can get in a lot of trouble for it. I wouldn't say do it, but sometimes people make mistakes. But anyway, I want to see how people are doing it now. Then I'm gonna let you know how I got caught and some other things that happened whenever I was like in college that I did not participate in, but I know happened. But anyway, let's get started with this here today. I'm gonna turn this up. I'm gonna make this really loud. It's the top 10 clever ways that kids cheat. And I'm just gonna get to the point. Oh my god, we've already started. So these are the 10 ways.
How much it
Let's check this out. The first and foremost, we start right here. Someone genuinely put whatever that is. Like, I've been at a school so long, I feel like that's some kind of algebra. Don't really know. Looks very, very hard. But somehow, some way, they took the time to put, sometimes you forget. A lot of times, I remember whenever I was in school, it would like, they'd give you the formulas. There were some teachers that were jerks, and they'd be like, oh no, you have to memorize that formula. And so I'd be sitting here like, oh my god, there were so many different ones to memorize, and it was crazy enough as it is. But this person right here took it upon themselves to write their entire formula notes on their thumbnail. Like, what teacher would ever be like, hey guys, before you walk in the classroom, let me check your fingernail? That's just crazy. So what does that even say? Like, oh my god, A, B, like, I can't remember. Someone who's looking at this is gonna know what that is, but that is not anything I would have ever imagined to do. I have very small fingernails in the first place. This person, I guess because it's zoomed in, they've got a massive thumb it looks like, but I've got very tiny fingernails. So for me to be able to do that, because I don't ever let them grow out very long, I actually need to get this fingernail polish off because it's starting to chip. Anyway, we won't talk about that, but to write that on there, like I'd be able to put like E equals MC squared and that would be it. That's a crazy way to do it. We're gonna move on to the next way and see what we can see here. What are they saying? Nothing? Okay, programmable watches. This started whenever I was in school. So before there were cell phones, because we did have cell phones, but we had like flip phones, Razors, Nokias, old school. I feel old when I'm saying this. There was programmable watches. A lot of my friends had G-Shock watches, and I think you were able to program answers into your G-Shock. I never had that, so I was never able to do that myself, but apparently there's still the programmable watches that people use. Leaders of the G2 Nations regathering. That is pretty cool. So you can take a watch, you can write, like, say you have to know like certain things about certain parts of history. You can just like put all of that stuff listed into your watch. That's terrible. I'm saying it's cool. It's terrible, but it's still interesting to see that people do that. So they have that. I bet you they're even more advanced now, by the way. Like, there's gotta be tons. Let me listen to this.
Programmable watches that plug into their computers,
what?
And then they edit what the text will say on their watch.
What? They can edit what the text says on their watch through the computer now? You just have to, I think, like, manually do it in your G-Shock. The issue of gay rights is another non-economic subject on which Russian... What?
There's buttons on these watches to either change the display to show...
Oh my god, that is so... And you can put it, people wear it. I've never worn it that way. Do you? Let me know in the comments down below. Do you wear your watch that way? Never worn it that way, but that is pretty crazy. Okay, now we've got cheating glasses. Never heard of this, actually.
Glasses. We all
How's
know
that work?
Google glasses project an image.
Yo, nobody's gonna gonna be letting you wear Google glasses when you're taking a test. That is not even gonna be a thing.
See, but no one else can. But
No. You're not gonna be allowed to wear Google glasses in a class. They know that. They're not dumb. What else is a Snapchat filter? Do you think it could actually happen there?
So, companies have started selling these glasses that project your study notes or anything else you program them to show right onto your eyes. But nobody else will be able to see it. And the cool thing about these is that they look just like any old glasses.
No way! That is too much. At one point they're going to be like, I'm sorry that you're blind, but you can't wear glasses in here. And then people are going to have projectable contact lenses. It's going to get crazy.
So
that is wild.
It's all computers, and
that is no. Okay, rubber bands.
You wouldn't really question it, right? Well, that's what makes them such a great tool for teachers. Kids are writing notes.
I've had rubber bands, all right? Rubber bands have been around for a while. I've had rubber bands. No one has ever told me about being able to cheat on the rubber band.
On the inside of rubber bands, and because they're so inconspicuous, they just leave it on their desks while they're doing their test.
Smart, but maybe I still feel like when I watch out, my teachers were looking for anything to be on my desk. So if a freaking rubber band was on there, I don't think that that would have worked. Not at all. Okay, people. Oh, what does this say?
That's the rubber band. It will just look like a squiggly pattern.
Yeah,
so
and then you stretch it, maybe.
They wouldn't be able to tell what you wrote because it would be all squashed up because of the elastic.
Oh, so that makes sense. That is really smart. Okay, wait about. No way they let you wear earphones while you're doing this.
All you need to do is put your headphone up your sleeve and then hold your hand up your ear. This works best if you have a sweater or a long-sleeved shirt because otherwise it's pretty easy to...
I feel like my teachers back then, if you were wearing like a hoodie to try to cover up your ears, they would have looked for that. Like they were really big on stuff like that.
If you're wearing a t-shirt, then just place it under your desk through your headphones and then rest your head on your desk while you pretend to write to hear it. Because most school desks are pretty thick.
They go through here and then they act like they're resting and they're listening to their answers. What do? Just put it on repeat? That's crazy. That is some crazy talk right there. Come on.
And you should be able to hear just fine through the wood or plastic.
Who fakes being asleep during the test, by the way?
we have Band-Aids. So, when you enter an exam, you're often told...
Ew! I just don't like Band-Aids. They gross me out. It's
hats,
gross.
Sunglasses, or headphones. But one thing schools will probably...
Yeah, they're not going to tell you to take off your Band-Aid. Why would they tell you to do such a thing? So you can have your Band-Aid. Where's it on the Band-Aid?
And a little known way to cheat using a Band-Aid.
I can't even see it right there.
Write your notes and answers on a Band-Aid, then simply put on your Band-Aid in a...
gross! Look at the bottom of that nasty Band-Aid. That's what I'm talking about. I can't look at that. I can't look at that. Oh my god, that's nasty. That is nasty.
I would probably be too embarrassed to ask you to take it off because it could be kind of gross if it's real.
Oh god, what teacher would tell you to take that off? That is just gross. What is this? What's good there? Oh, notes in the skirt. I never wore skirts, so I could never do this.
If the teacher noticed, they'd probably be too embarrassed to say anything.
They'd be perverts!
Especially if it's a male teacher. But sorry boys, this one only works for girls.
So you're gonna sit here, put it right here, and then lift up your skirt and be like, oh, and they'll be like, what are you doing down there? You're like, I just have something on my upper leg. No big deal. No big deal, guys. There's just something up there in my upper leg. What the? Oh my god. That is, I've never seen that. Hidden phones.
Try and use a phone
Where would you put a hidden phone?
Because it's the oldest trick in the book and it's easy to see.
Yeah, everybody knows about phones and tests.
The fake arm cheat, where you put the sleeve of your jacket, hoodie, or even sweater, depending on how vigilant your teacher is. On your
What? You make it look like your arm's up, but it's not up.
And then write with your other arm. But with the arm that's not in your sleeve, you can use it to go on your phone and check the answers.
How would a teacher not check? You'd be so dead if you got caught doing that. You'd be so dead. Calculators were whenever I was around.
You'd even need a calculator in the first place.
Yeah, if you're in like English class and you're cheating with a calculator, that'd be a problem. Calculators, like you had the TI-83 or something at the time when I was in school. That one people used to cheat a lot. Writing on your fingers.
Writing on fingers.
I've seen this actually.
I've seen this done. The elastic band trick.
But still, you can see it. Like even if you put it in between.
Sly areas.
Even if you put it between like that, I feel like it's still at one point they can like catch you doing that. It's a lot harder. So we've got the fingernails. We've got the fingers.
And then...
Wait, what? My stupid internet! Gross!
Next up we have notes in shirts. So you've seen girls putting notes in their skirts.
Wait, get people with notes in their shirts? Wait, let me see this.
Want to be really sneaky, wear a baggy shirt so you don't have to pull it out at all. And this might work better for girls because of the space in between
their breasts. You put it like... What are you... I don't know, there's something going on down there. What are you looking down there? Because I just wanted to look at my girls, okay? I was just looking at my E equals MC squared. That's how that would work. What the heck?
All they have to do is look down at their cleavage.
Oh my god!
You gotta do what you've got to do.
I had no cleavage then. I was so flat. What's happening?
But next up we have water bottle labels. So
I've heard about this.
A lot of things into test.
Water bottle labels? schools, so you're allowed to have they can't deny you water in school. Like, it's just not like, obviously, my can of Pepsi they might, and this would be hard to write on, but to put the answers inside, if you actually took off the label, wrote them on the inside, and then you could see through, and they can't see.
Using them to cheat. They either get an image of a
Did we leave? Oh my god, we left our 720p. This is what happens when you're on AT&T, and they freaking throttle you. I have 1 gig up and down and they throttle me.
Label or scan one in and then edit the information to say test answers and then just print it out and stick it back on the bottle.
Oh my god, they actually made the label themselves and put it on the bottle. That's ridiculous. That is actually ridiculous. That's all cool. So look at it. There it is. There it is in the label. So I'm gonna tell you how mine did. It's not that long of a story. I had a English class whenever I was, I think, a freshman in high school, and every Thursday we had to take a test based on spelling. So we had like 30 spelling words we had to learn throughout the week, and then every Thursday we would take a test. I had a teacher, her name was Miss Bobo. Freaking Miss Bobo. I remember it so well, and I usually got it. I was a very good student. I studied a lot. I cheated maybe twice in my entire life, and that's just because I was probably busy with sports. I think at this time I was in basketball, and I just wasn't paying attention, didn't take the time, and I was like, I cannot fail this. I was so big on getting A's because I wanted to do well and get into college, so I was like, I cannot, for the life of me, fail this test. Didn't have the spelling words, and so there was this little sheet that people would print out. A lot of people did this, and they would pass it around in the class. It was like you had the sheet, and then when you were done with it, you just like, when the teacher wasn't looking, a quick pass, and everybody in the classroom was doing it. Not everybody, but at least like 10 to 12 people would do it, and I never usually partook in it, but the one time I decided to partake in this moment of these stupid spelling words, I got caught. Like, somehow, some way, she looked at the perfect moment, and she was just like, Jesse? And I was just like, oh, that's the moment when your face goes and it turns red and you're like, my whole life is over. And it was over. It sucked. I actually got in-school suspension, which I've only had twice when I was there, and the other time was for parking in a senior parking spot, which was just stupid, and I was in there for a day. But this time was for 2 days in-school suspension. I got a 0 on the test, which was really hard to come back from, and it was very, very frustrating. Not to mention Miss Bobo, for the rest of my time that I was at school, hated me. She literally hated me up until my senior year when I became the school mascot and I won an All-American Mascot Award, and she thought it was awesome because she was like the cheerleading coach type of person. But that was the time. There's other times where big cheating scandals happen at tech. A lot of times they had like the old exams, and if you were in a sorority or fraternity, they would just have like banks of those old exams, and the people just kept using those exams over and over again. So you'd have all the answers on that. You might be able to go over, right before the test went live, you could go over, see that. I saw people put them in their calculators. I actually was in a finance class that was the biggest cheating scandal at Texas Tech in like forever. It was on the news. Everyone took this exam. The teacher decided to be out of town. There was like 400 people in this class, and she decided to be out of town. She let her TAs, or like student teachers, actually do the test, and they just didn't pay attention, so everyone was passing the answers around. I did not partake in that one either. I actually got an 80 on that test, and I worked my butt off to get that 80 in every grade because someone complained about it. Someone got a bad grade, complained about it. Every grade got taken away. That teacher got fired, and every grade got taken away, and we had to retake it, and I got a 75. And I was very mad after that. Anyway, guys, I just wanted to bring this video to you. I want to start doing some more videos like this. I hope you guys do enjoy it. If you do and you want to see stuff, because this is new on my channel, I want to bring some life into the channel. I want to bring that, and this is what I feel like you guys would be interested in seeing, cool, funny things like this. Let me know. Put hashtag like in the comments down below. If you did like the video, hit the thumbs up button. Would really appreciate it. And until next time, I'll see you guys later.